This is the COLECOVISION video game console, and if you want to play an awesome game like Gorf, you insert it into the cartridge slot, and you need a controller to play Gorf, preferably a COLECOVISION controller, which is easy to find because they're nestled within the game console. How nice of them. This way, back in the day, your parents couldn't yell at you for leaving all of your video game controllers laying around the living room. It's like a toy box. You have a place to keep them. And look, they're side by side. That way they don't get lonely. It's an interesting controller, and you certainly don't see anything like this anymore. Let's take one of these things out of here. You can see they just give you a little spot there to keep it, and it plugs in here. It has the exact same plug as an Atari 2600 controller or a Sega Genesis controller. It's kind of awkward, but it works. Grab that out of there. You can see on the plug itself, it says top. That's not just tops in value. That means when you're inserting it in there, which is very difficult to see, you know what direction is up. And you're glad this thing says top, because in order to get it in here, you literally have to bend over. It's usually in the shadows, and stick it in there. But once you get it in, it does work, and it comes with this springy old school cord. Unlike every other controller we've looked at on Classic Game Room, the COLECOVISION controller comes with this springy coiled up cord, which is like an old telephone cord, and it's not very long, and that's kind of a problem because if you have your COLECOVISION more than 2 or 3 feet away from you, then it's almost always pulling on this cord and putting tension on your COLECOVISION controller, which has an awkward shape to begin with. That's kind of an issue. I wish they would have provided a longer cord. The key features of the COLECOVISION controller are the number pad, which is used for a few games and comes in pretty handy in that it's different than the Atari 2600. When you want to start most COLECOVISION games, you can push 1 or 2 or 3 depending on the difficulty level and start the game right from the controller. The thumbstick, joystick, whatever you want to call it, is the best part of the controller in my opinion. It actually works pretty well. And this controller is nice for playing games like Frogger and Q*bert, games that don't require you to use these buttons on the side, because these suck. This isn't that bad though. It's nice for games that you only need about 4 directions to move, just like Frogger and Q*bert. So I'm playing Frogger, you don't have to worry about anything else. You start the game by pushing 1 or 2 or 3, whatever, and go like that. This is very comfortable, has a smooth surface, but your thumb fits in there nicely. Doesn't slip out because there's a little ridge on the outside. That's not bad. In playing a game like Defender, I think this controller actually does more harm than good, and has the same problems that the Atari 7800 controller has. You steer your spaceship like this, you're shooting like that, and then your bombs are over here. It's very awkward, it gets very tiresome in through here, constantly shooting and moving and fighting tension against this cable. Not the greatest controller for those kind of games. And then when you have to use your bomb in a tight situation and you're driving over there, you have to reach under there, and it's much better for Frogger. You can see underneath that it's Coleco, made in Taiwan. I wonder if the patent is still pending. Get a close-up look there at the joystick. This actually isn't so bad. It's very comfortable and has a nice spring tension. Here's a close-up look at the buttons. They give you a little textured surface there. The only problem with these is they're simply in an awkward location. The build quality of the COLECOVISION controller isn't bad. These are well over 20 years old and they still work perfectly. Now, because of the unique design of this, and the cord in particular, you can do a couple things with the COLECOVISION controller that you can't do with other game controllers. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's give you a new dog collar. Put that around. You can wrap it in under there. There you go. Let's see if the Classic Game Room dog will show off her new dog collar. Beg. That's a good looking collar, isn't it? Beg.